What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new stat video on Roma this time. We play Roma Saturday, last game of 23. We play a big game, I guess. Maybe if you look at the table, you wouldn't really consider it big, but it's Roma at home. Um, it's a big game, so it's a game we must win, obviously, to end up the year in a perfect way. But also, if you actually believe in a title, still, you cannot drop any points because Inter schedule is kind of easy. They're not gonna drop points, so if you wanna, stay close to them, you need to pick up these points, especially against Roma. So we will get into it. Some interesting things. Before we do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit that bell notification, and let's jump into it. Okay, Roma, who started off the season really bad. They started off kind of disastrous. At one point, they were sitting like bottom five, and they regrouped. I'm gonna say they regrouped, and they are picking up steam a little bit. They are playing better. I'm gonna say, but also they're just picking up more results. Um, I think I'm not sure. When I did my prediction video, I said seven that they're gonna finish potentially. They're sitting in six. They are kind of what I think, at what I thought at the start of the season they were gonna be, a very inconsistent team with some very good moments because they have some very good players, but overall not good enough to push for top four. But now you see that it's Bologna and Fiorentina in top four. Maybe they have a shot. Maybe they still have a shot, but they kind of are what I thought they were. And if you look at the overall stats, just the basic stats, 9 games played at home, 8 away. We need to watch it away. They're not good away. It's very simply put. 1 point per game away from home compared to 2.2. They're not a good away team. I think. I think that's normal for a team that Roma. Maybe not to this extent because I think that's quite a lot. They lost 4 games, and that's my mistake because I didn't look up against who they lost away from home. So let me do that now, really quickly. They lost away to Verona. They lost 4-1 to Genoa. They lost away to Inter, and they lost away to Bologna. So they had some tough games. We need to give them that as well. But so should we be for them. What we should be for them, a tough game. And the type of game I think it's gonna be, I will explain with my last picture because I think it's key. But on the season, and then this is away things, as you can see, it's and they played the bigger teams. Points per game, one wins. Well, obviously not. They lose 50% almost of their game. They score one goal away from home per game. They also concede 1.5, so they don't keep a clean sheet. They concede goals away from home. The team, like the team Roma is very strange because if you think about a Mourinho team, you think they're gonna set up very tidy and break out. They're not really doing that this season. They try, but I don't think they have the quality enough to do so. And that's why I think it's gonna be kind of an open game. I think it's gonna be a game like the home game against Lazio. That's my prediction. Just because I don't think Roma is going to set up extremely deep. I think they will give us some room and some openings, and I think it's going to be that type of game that there will be a lot of room to play. It won't be tidy. It won't be all close. It won't be close up shop from Roma and let's see what happens. I don't have that feeling because I don't think they're capable of doing that this season. They tried in some games and they still lost. I don't think they are that team. They have some issues injury wise. Probably Dybala's not gonna make it, but if you hear Mourinho speak on Renato Sanchez, on Awar, you're like, oh my god, you signed these players and then you're kind of singling them out and all those things. It's a very weird situation at Roma. The only player that's actually doing better than maybe a lot of people would have imagined is Lukaku lately. In Europe, Conference League or whatever, or Europa League. I don't know what they play. Is it Conference League? But also in the league, 8 goals. That's good. That's good. I guess he's getting the goals. He's getting them in big games as well. I think that's gonna be the focus as well. Stopping Lukaku. That should be the focus because they do play a style of football that kind of fits with him. Not on the break, but they play the ball in stride to him most of the times, and that's Lukaku's at his best in my opinion. The interesting thing here, also Roma away from home stats, they don't score first. Only twice, and they most of the games they concede first, and that's something we definitely need to do at home. I think at home we need to be more of a team that goes from the get-go, because I think the crowd feeds off that. I know we're not that team. We usually take it very slow in the first half. In the second half, we step up a little bit. I'm not sure why that is. I'm actually still confused as of why it needs to be that, because I think there are two big extremes if you look at first and second half at home, and just look at the stats. But even like the way you see things play out, we step up a bit higher on the pitch, and it's by choice. It is by choice, because if we can do it in the second half, you can also do it in the first half, especially against certain teams we play. But I bring up the halftime things, and I said it's going to be an open game because I do believe it's going to be an open game. We only led once at halftime this season. 7 games at home, we only led once at halftime. Excuse me. We drew six time at halftime, and losing at halftime was only once. Like I said, we're not a first half team. We tend to try to control the game and see where it goes, and then second half kind of readjust, regroup, and come out and play differently. We do that. Roma, on the other hand, away from home, leading only one time. They losing as well only one time. They're drawing away from home first half quite a lot. So based on these stats, you would assume that it's gonna be a very close game. I just don't see it happening. I think we will go for it from the get-go. I really, really believe that. It's just a feeling I have. It's the same feeling I have when we play Lazio at home. There's no proof. There's no things to go off. It's just a feeling and me saying it's going to be that type of game. A game we need to win. A game I think we're going to win. We didn't win last season, and it was extremely frustrating because that Roma team was poor. I don't think this is a very good Roma side as well. We cannot afford to end the season with a draw or an L at home to Roma. We absolutely cannot afford to have that. So that's why I'm saying it's going to be that type of game. It's just a feeling. But we ended that Frosinone game on a good note, with a good vibe. And I think they're just going to be up for to wrap up the season with a positive thing, positive buzz going into the new year. And we go again. And let's see what will happen, transfer-wise, Inter-wise, all those things. But yeah, Roma, kind of the season I was expecting them to have. Not really in the style of play. They're very open. They do concede too much for a Mourinho team. But I think that's only beneficial for us. Should be beneficial for us. Like I said, Frosinone will be kind of an open game because they do leave space, not like Genoa. And it was. I think it's going to be at home like Roma. Against Roma. Same way. So thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe. I will be live today, so stay tuned for that as well if you want to join. And otherwise, I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.